great friend of the United States. And don't assume that we are another superpower to try and resolve that problem. I think what we need to do is just be a great friend and engage with them. If we are asked, then we of course give our views. But as an independent country, we should exercise our right to express our views. But bottom line, be a friend to China as a great neighbor, and America because of their huge potential to invest.
Is there a sense that there is too much competition against China?
We don't have that problem. It's not a Malaysia's problem. It may be a US problem. Some countries, we don't have that problem. We would use our potential and our whatever little influence to try and engage with everyone. We also express some of our concerns. It's China or the United States for the matter, but then overall, we want to remain good friends to both.
Who should bear the bulk of the responsibility for the rising antagonism between the US and China?
Well,
how are you assessing it?
I don't necessarily need to assess that because our hope is that there should be more engagement to resolve this outstanding problem because the continued resentment and antagonism between these countries are affecting the smaller countries like Malaysia and ASEAN adversely. So it is to our interest and to the international community if they can have an amicable resolution to this tense relationship.
And speaking of smaller nations, Ukraine comes to mind, that war. Any lessons learned from the war in Ukraine for a country like Malaysia?
Is to make sure that we make peace and settle differences through negotiations and amicably, and which we have done so, although we have all problems, all normal problems with the neighbors, never to the extent that you could have growing tension to invite sort of antagonism.
Has Malaysia been caught in this war, like other countries in the global south, being caught between the US on the one side and Russia and China on the other?
Not really, but we are caught in the sense that we are victims of this war because of the rising prices, the issue of animal feed, etc. So I think in that sense we are affected, but we are not. I mean, to be fair to both Russia and America, we are not being compelled to take sides in the sense that it will be to the detriment of Malaysia as a nation.
But as a prime minister of a country, do you see the need for perhaps President Zelensky to start negotiating earlier rather than later for the greater good of the world?
We have been consistently in favor of negotiations. However tough and difficult, you must never fear to negotiate.
Are you concerned that a lot of offensive weapons have made their way to Ukraine and that may end up badly, so to speak?
Well, war is something that nobody would welcome. I mean, I think it is of great concern to all because innocent lives, women, children, are all affected in the war. So I think whether it escalates or not, our position is that they must have, they must negotiate to at least ease and ultimately end the war.
Prime Minister, to wrap up, what do you view as your biggest challenge as you look to the next 5 years as Prime Minister of Malaysia?
One is I refer to the issue of democratic accountability. How can you ensure that the country mature as a democracy and clean the mess of corruption and abuse of power? And then to focus on economic development. And by economic development and sustainability, I mean the conserve the environment, but also concern for the general masses. Because policies have somehow been pursued at the expense of the marginalization of the majority who are poor and allowing the gap between the very rich and the poor to continue. So I think these are challenges that we have to address. It's more complex, more challenging. I need the support of the entire team and the understanding of General Malaysians.
Prime Minister, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Thank you, Asita. Thank you.
Bloomberg has enhanced search on the terminal to deliver what you need when you need it. Now, you can simply type phrases in everyday English in the command line. Compare financials. Find people. Analyze markets. You can enter phrases or ask questions. What do you want to know today? Ask a question or visit SearchGo to find answers now.
Meaningful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What drives you?
What drives me? Oh my God, I love, the idea of just as simple as this, an inclusive world. A world where people see themselves reflected. Because I was supposed to be invisible by all accounts. I was supposed to not be where I am. I was supposed to have disappeared a long time ago. And every turn in my life was about visibility. Yes, I will be this person who's not supposed to be here. Yes, I will fight through the hard times. Yes, I won't give up. And even though I was the token black editor in the industry in the 90s, I knew even then that I needed to bring people up with me. I needed to bring other people up with me. And so that's really been a part of, maybe it was growing up in a family of 6. I don't know. No.
When you run a team, how do you instill that work ethic? That kind of answering emails at all time?
Yeah, I think you set an example, if you're an editor who leaves and has lunches and is never in the office, you don't really sort of instill faith. My team know that, we're on a mission. We have to reflect the world we live in. We have to, reflect, the beauty of multiculturalism. We have to reflect, the beauty and diversity and inclusivity. So everybody takes it really seriously. And we really have intense conversations about the zeitgeist and the world. And so, I'm very lucky to have a team who are as passionate And, you know, I could call my team, you know, I could call somebody at 6 a.m. or they can call me at 6 a.m. and I'll pick up and they'll pick up. So, you know, we have something very special that we've built over the past sort of 5 years.
But there were difficult moments, right? I think the first time, one of your first issues